vehicles, contracts, or some kind of service that means we don't have to continue to fill, that we can downsize a little bit. So, I mean, I think we're getting to the point where we need to be thinking about, and that we haven't done the DPW study, we haven't done, I don't know what's with my voice, we haven't really done an organizational study, so we kind of don't have any of that information, but we're still pretty far away from where I think, you know, some of us would want to be, so, but anyway, go ahead.
Thank you. Just to wrap up my thoughts, when I was reading the budget, I'm certainly shooting for under a 1% budget for myself. That's my goal of tax increase, as we did last year, and I know we can do it. I think the hard part for me is, we always talk about, well, the board needs to decide what levels of service. We also have a memo from Mark that says 50% of our expenditures is on salaries and wages and fringe benefits. And so at some point, it's being thrown back onto the board. If you want it, it's like we're trying not to talk about it, but things like the vacancy rate are going back up. That's a way to manage your staff furloughs. It's like you don't have to lay off anyone, you don't have to cut positions or service levels, but those are ways that other municipalities have controlled their expenditures, 50% of their expenditures through those methods. And so staff has made a recommendation to put it back up to, instead of 12 months, 6 months to increase. And so it's getting thrown back into our lap of, well, if you want to manage without laying off, without changing your staffing formula, amount, then we don't have the tools in front of us to do that, to keep the staffing level where we're at if we wanted to reduce staffing costs.
And I agree with you completely.
So things that I would like on the list, I don't know when we talk about that, but and again, these are hard conversations and I don't expect to get all the votes. I'm just to start conversations like other municipalities have. We have a wellness program where in your memo, the 2% incentive could be a 2% disincentive. So it's affecting employees. Retirees, other places have adopted not for past retirees, but prospective retirees that retire, no health care. You can pay your whole way, but we don't pay that 50% until Medicaid. Salaries at, every year, I'd like to see what the 5-year CPI, or what standard are we using to say 2% is every single year for village staff? I don't know what that is. I know CPI is high this year, but I just don't know what the.
Well, we had a chart last year and you'll have one this year again.
And
So
then
it's not like you haven't gotten that information.
And then vacancy rate, and then furloughs. Those are the things that affect
We're
staff.
already at 7:32, so trustee
Yeah,
Martin,
this,
question.
I mean, we have the cost, there's inflation, workers work hard, they deserve fair pay, and they deserve decent benefits for them and their families. And, I mean, and they've costed it out, and there's special projects we can move around, but at the end of the day, if you wanna get to zero, you gotta cut some services. Last year, we didn't buy the truck, and we didn't buy the police car, but that's a one-time.
We did buy the police car, that was wrong.
We did buy one.
We funded the requested, that was
Just
wrong.
the truck is the movement.
Okay?
Okay.
We eliminated
The
one.
only thing we didn't buy was the dump
Not
truck.
proposed.
Yeah, so it's a one-time savings as we're seeing.
Yeah, right, that's my
capital.
point.
Yeah, so a lot of this one-time
That's exactly.
fooling
And it comes
doesn't belong,
back.
it comes right back to bite, and it's part of why we got the
That's a
expenditure
That's a
restraint.
big challenge.
It's a hard
Absolutely.
conversation to have, and all I'm saying
Okay,
is,
I'd like to recognize the public and then we're.
Just one quick question. There was one of the proposals here was to cut the recycling center. Do the fees generated at the recycling center for dropping off televisions and things cover the cost of disposing them?
Yes, but you're talking about two different things. The recycling center that's identified in that memo is the drop-off for mixed materials. There's no charge for that.
Do the fees that we do get charged cover the
Electronics.
cost of disposing the items that we're charged for?
Yes.
So, okay.
Okay, this is what I want to move to adjourn.
Move to adjourn.
All in
you.
favor?
Aye.
I guess I'm asking, does it more than cover the cost of